Hey, welcome to Monday Chat. Hey, you guys know as you get older, you get this disease. It's called CRS. Can't remember shit. Well, once in a while, that shit gets filled up and the shitter's full. Then what do? You call Roto-Rooter, and then you have another problem. Roto-Rooter comes and they suck out all the shit, and they suck out part of your brains, and then you become just like me, a brainless, shitless wonder. How you guys doing? Good to see you all out there. I'm by myself. Boomdock with Boomers here, and so is RV DJ. There's Sonia on it. So, but you know, after a while, you go through all these old years of your life, and it sucks. You know, it really sucks. There's Carol. Hello, Carol. So, anyways, and if you're a Christian, you will go to heaven, and God promised a place in paradise. So after we get into heaven, we're going to have a beautiful spot, and so we'll be living in paradise. So that's my little start off. So hope you guys are doing good. We went through a hurricane today. The if you want to call it a hurricane, it's been coming this way for, oh gosh, probably a week now, as they always do, you know. And it did turn into a hurricane. It was a tropical storm, and it came a Category 1 hurricane. It took ground above northern Florida on the west side. And what did we get out of the whole thing? Not much of nothing, which is fine with me. We got 2.30 inches of rain, very little winds, and good. So glad to see everyone. Yeah, Sue's not here, Rick. So it's Bob and the crew. So good to see everybody popping in. I'm going to try to keep up with this. I'm going to change the way I do chats a little bit. I've always tried to make everything just right, just to make sure I don't miss nothing. And I'm not going to do that anymore. There's a lot of little things that take a lot of effort. And the chats make nothing. The last chat made 8 cents. Well, oh man, I didn't know what to do with it all, you know? And it's like, why am I putting all this effort into something that doesn't? No, you guys are great. You know, love to see you guys. There's Shirley following Yellow Brick Road. Hello, Shirley. But you know, in a way, I grew up a businessman, and you know, I started the chats for money, and it doesn't make any money. So the chats have went to shit. That's why we went. The shitter's full. You know. We're done with it. Yeah, 8 cents adds up. Yeah, 8 and 16, and all the money. You know Rick as well as anybody, because Rick puts all the effort into chats. There's a lot of work. There's Mama 4 Boys. Hello, Mama 4 Boys. So, anyways, I'm not gonna have a chat every week. I'm gonna do it when I feel like it, because YouTube has become a job, and a job that you don't get paid isn't worth crap. You know, so I'm gonna have random chats, most likely same time slot on it, but I'm not gonna feel obligated to come on every Monday at 6 o'clock or every Saturday morning. I'm so glad to get rid of Saturday's chat, because it held me down. I couldn't do nothing. I was strapped, you know. So in those last few weeks Sue hadn't been, Sue's up visiting somebody in Ohio. She's up there. I don't know where she's at. I think her cousin's house. Becky comes on here. And so anyways, I'm going to back down a little bit. I was considering completely just eliminating the channel. I really was, because it's become more problem than it has. And so I'm going to start out with a little rant, get that all over with, you know, on it. So anyways, that's the way it goes. So I'm going to try to get here when I can on Mondays, and gonna make no big bones of it. Just do it when I feel like it, and so I can enjoy it, instead of it being 4 hours of work getting ready for a 1 hour chat. You know, that's enough of that on it. Oh, thank you, Lorna. It said we would really miss you. Yeah, it's it's not the people. You know, it's just your life. You have a life besides YouTube. I've gone every other week ever since I came. I know sure how it is. You know, I get it. You've got other things to do. And you don't want to be, it's like you get up on Monday morning, go, oh shoot, I got a chat tonight, you know? Well, because it's a lot of work to get it up and make it more. I mean, I'm not going to go searching for things to entertain and games and all that, because that's a lot of work, you know? Bob, don't you dare, I will kill myself. You don't want to do that, Rick. Wouldn't do you any good. Everybody else would miss you. And then they would hurt us, you know. When I said, I understand, Bob. Yeah, most people, you know, I've had a lot of good friends I've took, and they get around 5,000, 6,000, and you know, you think they're doing well, but they're not doing that well. There's Cindy. Hi, Cindy. How's Cindy doing? And all of a sudden, their channel's gone. I understand. You know, they were doing a lot of work for nothing. You know, you should have fun at it. That's the whole thing. It's getting to the point where I wasn't having no fun, and it's time to have fun. I'm old. I'm not going to be around that much longer. I'm going to have that mansion in the sky. You know, there's Rob on the road, popping in from Chicago. You doing in Chicago, Windy City? Hey, Cindy. Yeah, it was supposed to be. They wasn't really calling for a lot of wind. They called for a lot of rain. I don't know. I said we got 2.30 inches of rain, so that's a 2 1/3. The wasn't hardly any wind. You know, right now the wind's at 3 miles an hour. You know, it's YouTube is so much work, and yes, it should be fun. It's true, and it is a lot of work. It's a whole lot of work. YouTube totally is like, my gosh, you just, and it's just, the way YouTube, I don't know if a lot of you guys probably understand how YouTube works, but you have to earn $100 per month before you'll get a check. Now, if you only make, you know, 99, you're not going to get a check, you know. And I always said, as long as I at least make $100 a month, you know. Now I have, but I've gotten down to the point where it's just like just barely made it $100, you know. And it's like, and then you go like all the hours for $100. It's like, I've used to put a lot of effort into my channel and put all these cool graphics and make everything just right, and the sound was just right. And it's like, why am I wasting all my time to do that? You know, and I appreciate all my subscribers. It's not our subscribers. You guys are the best. It's YouTube. You know, YouTube would just, unless you're big, they don't want nothing to do with you. You know, they don't push you out or nothing. So, and anybody who runs a channel, they know that, and they see it, that you don't, they don't promote you like they should promote you. Thank you, Shirley. I got my shirt on. I mean, you can see it for the, see if I can take the chat down. And see, I'm very anal there. I always like, oh, I don't want to miss a chat there. Yeah. Thank you, William. That's a great shirt. He's got some hats he's going to make up, you know. And I do these. I put these things up, and I used to get freaked out if I missed one. I'm going to get where I don't get freaked out on missing one. You know, it's like, I'm going to just do what I want, you know. Instead of making it a work, I'll make it fun, you know. Hey, from Uses. And sometimes that's good because I can read it from there, and I can see it better on there. I just read it off the screen, you know. Awesome shirt. Isn't that pretty cool, Rick? Thank you, William. Such a good guy. Yeah, nice shirt. Yeah, I've got shirts. All my Lucky Dog shirts are about wore out. I mean, a few people have bought some of them. I didn't give them away because I didn't get in this. You know, I live on Social Security and don't make a lot of money, so I couldn't afford just to give things away. Wish I could. But all mine's wore out. I even made myself new ones myself. I needed some new ones, you know. There's Patty making the rounds. I hope you're staying dry. Yeah, well, see, you're probably getting it worse now up there where you're at there. It's Jacksonville, I've seen, was getting it pretty heavy right now, but it's pretty much moved out of our area. The sun was shining about 1 o'clock, 1:30. Sun has been out, and it's been out and off and on. Now it's just kind of a little overcast, but no rain or nothing. It's kind of moved its way out of the land, Larry, you know. I don't know if you guys ever watch Larry and Alice boondocking. It makes sense. Larry was from the land here, and we were friends. We used to fly RC drones and stuff together with. And Larry's had some really bad health issues, and they were out in Washington State. They've been full-timer for quite a while now, and he was out that way, and he got sick, and he needs to come here to Gainesville for some health care, to go to the hospital. So they just took a trip all the way from Seattle to all the way to, they're just above the land. They're up in towards Gainesville area on it. Oh, I near Valdosta. Yeah. Well, here's the funny part then, Shirley. And so Larry and them was sitting at this campground here just north of DeLand, and he, in fact, a little further north, but he took in all these trees where they were parking. They were sitting there so he could go to the hospital up there for his, I don't know what his treatment is, but it makes it where he can't eat and stuff. But he said they decided this morning they were moving. Hurricanes coming, you know, because those trees come down on top of their unit, they could have a big problem. So you know where Larry went? He went to Georgia. I don't know if he's about Valdez. I hope he's way off of Valdez. And I wrote him and I go, Larry, you should have came to DeLand. I go, it's sunshine here now, you know. He says, Cindy, if I ever make an apron, I'll gift it to you. That's cool. I used to sew a lot. I've got a lot of shirts I used to make in that on it. So, but yeah, you can run from a storm. I have never ran from any storm for any reason. I've been through a lot of them since '98. I've been through every hurricane's been through here, and you know, of course, I live in a solid block home. You know, I mean, our house is solid. I've gotten trees out, taken down, and roof taken off, and all that. You know, thanks, Rick. So, anyways, there's the biggest threat besides trees. Trees will come down. Is water. Water is the biggest threat in a hurricane than anything else, because when the storm surge comes up or water, you flood out. So many times people have gotten flooded out of their homes, and you know, it's not good to be all flooded out like that. That's you can cause more damage that way than you can a lot of other things there. So that's the thing you need, a high spot. This allotment we live in here is Volusia or Daytona Highlands, you know, and so it's actually one of the highest spots in the county on it, you know. So I did Brittany go, no, I wish she would have. No, she didn't. She's working, yeah. And she might come busting in here right in the middle of the chat because she doesn't pay any attention to what's going on in the house, you know. And we boarded up and left Floyd about 10 miles away, and then turned. Yeah, see, the thing is, you never know where they're going to do. You know, you don't know if they're going to turn, stop, stall, whatever. You know, they can do a lot of different things. Cindy says, Bob, remember years ago the storm that damaged Lake Breachford neighborhood? Oh yeah, I remember that. We had 2004. We had substantial hurricanes, one after another, and that was the worst ones I've been through. But I can't remember the name of it. It wasn't that many years ago. We had the one, we were 130-mile-an-hour winds, and I woke up in the morning and I just listened. I didn't hear no sounds. It must have quit. And I went into the patio and opened up the patio door, and oh my gosh, the trees were laying sideways. It was, you know, that's good. Yeah, Brittany's out and about. Hope she's more out than she's about. It's like, always like it when she's not here. Thank you, William. Water saturated everything. Yeah, it did. It sure did. Yeah. Oh, anyways, that's what's been going on here. I'm pretty much. I have a generator and also have my solar as backup for electricity if it goes out. I'm in a habit of once a month starting my generator for about an hour, hook it up to my window air AC and let it run. Just make sure it's working good, you know, and everything's good on it. And I just did that yesterday on it because my monthly, I do it first of the month, run it for an hour there just to make sure it's working good, you know, on it. So never had them, William. They are good. There's Phil Leo. Hello, Phil. Good to see Phil Leo coming in. Hi, Rick. GTCU. I'm not sure what that means, but GTCU to you, Rick. Yeah, I don't do abbreviations. They don't make sense. But yeah, we're in that season. There's going to be a few storms around, you know. They hope less as possible, but it's supposed to be busy this year. Sorry, Cindy, I forgot to say hi. Yeah, if I forget to say, it's not because I mean to. I just get busy, you know. Hey, there's Dylan. Hi, Dylan. How's Dylan doing today? Our good friend from the Canadian shores. I don't know if he's on the shore, but hi, Phil. Lorna says hello, Phil, and William says here in Jersey, Sandy was the worst. Yeah, I don't know what the worst storm was. That '04 was so many of them, so behind each other. That one, I can't remember what the name of that storm was, but we had a tree between my house and the neighbors. That tree did go down and it laid over on top of my neighbor's house, but luckily I have had a chain link fence there, and it was on this side of and the chain link fence just kept it where it just barely touched their house. Didn't do a bit of damage, you know. And so I went out there, and my neighbors and us, and we all cleaned it all up, and it's just clean. Now that's what I've been doing the last week or so, is cleaning up. The trees just grow like crazy around here, and they've been hanging down. And Susan, Ohio, the lawn guy can barely get his lawnmower underneath it, you know. So well, I better. So I did some major trim work about that. About 71-year-old is not a good time to get on a ladder, and I only fell off the ladder 3 times. So, but you know, nobody else is going to do it, so I had to do it. You know, my sister's. Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you about your sister. I didn't even know you had a sister, Rick. You know, that was kind of like, oh, she's pretty. My sister's doing very hopeful. I hope so too. I hope she's doing good. It's terrible when things come in our health, you know. We'll be praying for her. We actually have already prayed for her, but we'll continue to pray for her because God will take care of her and she'll be all right. How long did it take Sue to get on the plane? I saw it was delayed. That was when did she go? Last Tuesday. I think it was last Tuesday she went up there. Except for she has to have them haul her around on a wheelchair because she shouldn't be flying because she can barely walk. And they missed her flight and she had to take the next flight. And so the first one was like 7 and the next one was at 9. So no, Sue's not sick. Sue's out visiting family again. Somebody died. Her sister-in-law's grandpa died. A way off a relative. Thank you, Bob. No problem. I feel you. Yeah, and the week before she was in Tampa for several days. It's just always going. Sandy shut everything down for about a month. I know. Wait, here we had, like I said, those '04 ones. The power was off for 2 weeks each time. So, and there was at least 3 of them. So we had 2, 4, 6 weeks of no power back then, and that was in '04. So that was pretty miserable. I was here by myself then, and it gets pretty boring sitting here by yourself, no power, and it was pretty boring. You know? It's boring sitting here when you do have power. Seems like that's all I do. I feel. Hey, Rob. So glad you guys come on. I'm not gonna play no games or nothing. That just takes a lot of effort and work to do them, you know. So I'm not gonna do that. And we don't get hurricanes. No, Pennsylvania don't really get hurricanes. Stepping away from the chat, driving and listening. That's good. Yeah, if you're driving, it's hard. And she was up in actually Michigan earlier today. Her cousin lives up there, and she was driving back down to by Lake Erie there at Vermilion, and that's at her daughter's house. And I think she's coming home Wednesday. I think she's flying home. So I believe that's the way it's going to be. Oh, you like my background? Isn't that pretty cool? It's just, I have those where you do, hey, there's George. That's my neighbor. Hi, Bob. I hope you are faring well the winds and rains and looking for my homestead security camera was without damage. That's great. We didn't really get much, George. It was, you know, 2 1/3 inches of rain, very any wind. Right now we got 1.6. There's 2.2 mile an hour. That's about all we had. So I drove by your house. Did I go by it today? Yes, I did, and everything looked fine to me. You know, earlier. No, that was yesterday. That was yesterday. I drove by your house on. So yesterday was pretty good. Hello, George. Yeah, George's my good friend. He's my Christian buddy up the road. We can talk and praise Jesus together. Nothing better than having a Christian friend and praising the Lord. Says hi, George. So Phil or George is up in Pennsylvania. You know, he's over by Hershey. He has a place up there and he has a place down here. He usually goes up there. Said my solar setup worked good without any black. Isn't that cool? Don't you love your solar? I mean, solar just you know, we've got. I haven't got a chance to see you. When you get back, you'll have to show it to me, George. Yeah, I like to see your setup, but it just keeps you going, you know. Bob, make your piece and pass it around. I can do that, but I don't cook much when I'm by myself because why cook for me? You know, I just make whatever I'm going to eat. You know, I have a sister in Vermont, and her community is badly flooded. A few days ago, roads were washed away, homes off foundations and washed away. 7 power poles washed out of power for 3 days. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of storms, you know. Christ said in the end days there'll be a lot of storms and phantom and all this stuff the Bible tells us about. It's, you watch the Bible close, it comes to be. You can't deny it. I'm on the men low blood cell count pneumonia. Oh no. No, hope you're doing good. Yeah, God bless and keep safe. Yeah, that's everybody. You know, God will take care of your every need if you just believe in Him, trust Him as your Savior. And are you going to Robert? No, I don't go to his concerts. Rick, have a beer. Rick, oh no. Oh, I'm having several. You know, I have several beers. There you go. Feel better, Rick. I got a watch. I had one of these before, and it was a piece of junk. This watch, you can't believe the price of this thing. I saw this on YouTube, and it does all that neat stuff. This will actually, I can take a phone call. In fact, we might demonstrate it. It'll get Rick to give me out, or William, and you can take phone calls, make phone calls on it. You can do your health, how you sleep at night, how many your blood, not pressure, but blood count, you know, beats per minute. And it just does all kinds of neat things. Well, anyways, it was $39. And it's like, you know, I love gadgets, you know. And I looked at it and I don't know. And then it had $15 off. So $39 minus 15. And then I have an Amazon credit card that I use that I get points on. And then I had points. Ended up I gave $21 for it. I can waste $21, you know. Oh, here, yeah, or the doctor's orders. Yeah, you got to rest. Yeah. Thank you. So anyways, this thing is cool. I've been using it to talk on. Hey, Rick, give me a call once. If you get a chance, can you give me a call? And we'll demonstrate how this thing takes a phone call. That's what I'm really amazed how well it does take a phone call on it. It's pretty good. Eat liver and spinach. That'd be good for you. Liver and spinach. It is an amazing deal. You can't beat that. And it took me a while to get it set up, but once I did, it's pretty cool, you know. Yeah, water is the most destructive there. Here you go. See this? It's ringing. Let me answer it. Hey, who might this be? Oh, that's cool. So here's Rick calling us on my watch. We're getting feedback because of the.
All right, well, let me turn it down.
Yeah, well, it won't do any good. No, it won't do any good. I'll naturally get feedback because of the camera's way it's going. I just wanted to show it how it was working. Oh, William's calling now, and I can't get to both of you guys. So, but
can the chatters hear me or no?
No, because I get a feedback because of the way it sets up, you know. But I just wanted to demonstrate it. So I'm going to hang up now because it makes a mess, but it's pretty neat, you know. All right, Rick, I'll talk to you in the chat. There's William, I didn't get you. I couldn't get both calls at the same time. So anyways, without having a chat, see, chat does the feedback, and it doesn't work so good. Yeah, more does than wind damage. It does. And so, but I just wanted to demonstrate that I can sit here and talk all day. I just put my arms like this and sit there and talk to whoever I'm talking to. Thank you, Rick, for demonstrating that. Sorry, William, I couldn't get to both onions. My sister's home in high enough that it flared well. No power 3 days. Oh, no. And the roads aren't able to get groceries. Oh, that's no good. That's no good. I can hear you, Rick. Yeah. So I thought I'd quickly demonstrate that, how that works out there. And that's the trouble when you're chatting. You get feedback, and then it messes it all up. Yeah, I'm regular Dick Tracy. Yeah, Dick Tracy here. And I was amazed how I have this other one that was way expensive, and it don't do that good. And this one, for a cheap one, does really good. Oh, the pills don't hurt my stomach. They block me up. And that's not good either. That's not good. Yeah, I got you, William, but I couldn't answer it at the same time Rick had called. So it was kind of like I couldn't get it all done. I just kind of want to do a quick demo of it. So it actually works better than what you probably heard here because you don't have feedback on a normal basis. Thank you, Lauren and Cindy. I'm back and I had a phone call. That always happens, doesn't it? Yeah, that's what always happens. Yeah, I was expecting Brittany to call me right in the middle of the chat because I make her call me 5 minutes before she's there because I have to put the dogs on the lead and put the other one's muzzle on because she's known to bite, and so I got to get it prepared before she can walk in the house. What a pain in the butt that is. Eat raisins, brands. Yeah, they say that helps. Jim, I would trace my dick. I don't want to wear underwear. No. Hey, Jim. So how's Jim doing? Oh, fiber. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff for, your digestion health, and it comes and goes. That's kind of one of the worst things. Howdy, Carol. Is you get your digestion. There comes the sun back out. Hurricanes left us. Yeah, you get your digestion messed up and you're messed up, Black and tan. I like this black and tan. It's the best inexpensive beer you can buy. Oh, just the nurse me coming out. I'll cook tomato sauce in a large cast iron pot, Rick. There you go. Jim's doing just ducky. I got a muzzle on. Trouble with our Sheltie, she bites. And she'll bite. She's bitten me, And so you got to be careful, especially somebody coming in the door. She rushes at them. So I use a muzzle if I know somebody coming in. Actually, I don't let anybody come in unless you let me know you're coming, because, you got to protect her and the person. Hi, Mom and 4 boys. It's a shame. She's such a nice dog, but yet she has that little thing that's bad about her. And she was a rescue we took in, and we already knew she had this issues of barking and that. And if I put the muzzle on her, she's not barking. So she's laying right here. Hi, Slick Rick. You got to love your dogs and take care of them. You don't want nothing to happen to them. So many times dogs get they get even put down for biting, and it's sometimes not even the dog's fault. It's so yeah, I think this storm's supposed to go up the coast now. The Al-Asic tomato sauce would liberate tons of iron. Half joking, Rick. Yeah, I don't like all that acidity in tomatoes. That's one reason I'm not a tomato fan. I did a med surge, then 9 years of home health, and 20 years later labor. No. Cindy is home care. She takes care of, been doing it for a long time. Carol, yes, Slick Rick. My dogs will lick whoever comes over for no protection at all. Yeah. Well, Lacey will lick you. And, actually, Maggie will too once she settles down. She has this initial, she explodes and she acts stupid. And then she gets down. She's okay. Only dogs I have are at my feet. There you go. My little feet dogs. One-eyed supervised Sonia. Both eyes, Phil. I guess I need some coffee. I don't usually drink coffee this time. I love coffee, but this time of day because I go to bed early. I get up early, I go to bed early, and I don't want to lay there with my eyes open. Yeah, it's home care for 15 years. Cindy's been doing it a long time. Laugh out loud, Sonia. Carol says I'm going to get rain. Yeah, you're going to get what passed us. And Carol, from what it sounds, you're supposed to get it worse than we did. That's what I saw from the weather people, but I don't trust the weather people. They're dramatic. They'll take something little and make it big. Yeah. But then you don't know whether to listen to them or not, because next time you don't, and then it is big, Be right back going for another iron-rich beer. It's good for you. It'll make you smart. Make Budweiser. Stay safe, Carol. Out loud, Rick. Home care is a very rewarding part of my career, and yeah, I think that would be. You can probably get some real patients that are you'd like to not see. What's for dinner, everyone? Well, let's see. I made some salsa yesterday. I ate a little bit of that. I do more snacking than I do just eating. Thank you. Not worried. Yeah, I don't think this storm. What I see now, the worst part of it was north of us, so we didn't see any of the worst part. But it only came in as a category 1. And I've been through a lot of storms, and category 1s, I don't usually pay much attention to them. I don't really start paying attention till they get about a 3. Then you start watching, and it can get rough then. Oh, beef stew sounds good. My mom was a midwife and a nurse. Yeah, we need those people around to take care of us. There at North Carolina, Mom. I'm on a sardine 24-hour fast challenge. That ought to be. I like sardines. Dylan says, I was wondering why there's no live streams the last couple of weeks. Oh, no, I mean, I'm just cutting back, Dylan. I mean, after a while, it's just other things to do, and just cutting back. I love the Carolinas. My brother lives in Myrtle Beach, which is close to the border in North Carolina. That was rewarding profession, mom of 4 boys. Yeah, she loved it. She's retired now. She's 84. Good for her. 84, great age. I can't imagine being 84. I'm already 71. And that's rough. Sweet Caroline. William says popcorn sudden. My buddy. There we go. I like popcorn. I like sudden. Makes moonshine. I never made moonshine. I know how to make it, but I've never made any. North of Florida got slammed from Debbie. Yeah, they got a lot more than we did down here. It was a nothing thing here. And up there, I don't know if it got slammed or not, because it was only a category 1, which is pretty minimal storm. I've been through many category 1s, and I don't worry much about them. I'll be 84 in September. Neil Diamond. There's Becky. Hello, everyone. Good to see you. How's Becky? Got to see. That's where Sue is at Becky's, up in by Detroit. Oh, well, September what? Oh, 84 in September. Okay. Okay, William says, Phil, I saw that. So how's your mom doing? And so I don't know if we said him anymore, but Rick's sister was it a heart attack? Is that what it was, Rick? And we want to continue praying for Rick's sister. I don't think she's that old, is she? I find it satisfying, Yellow Brick Road, had 3 patients who passed away while coming for them. Hospice was a big help. Yeah, hospice can be good on your last days. That really does help you out, Hello, Bob and Sue. Well, Sue's not here. Sue's up she was in Michigan today. I'm here. How's Bert and Sue doing? How you guys doing? How's the move going? They bought a house, and they've been moving into it. They've been busy. Watermelon Shine, great music. I don't think I've heard that one. Hello, Rick. Yeah, Merton and Sue, if you guys don't know, they were down here. When was it? And here comes Brittany flying home without even calling me like she was supposed to. But yeah, they bought a house because Sue's health isn't well, and she needs some doctoring, and they need to stay around there, and that's so they got home because they're living in their camper. All right, I lost track. Sorry, I missed a few. So how are you guys doing? How's the move going? Everything going well? I hope so. Keep praying for you. Yeah, Dylan's been coming in, and I haven't been on much lately. Hello, Vernon Sue. So they're going to spend the next, maybe year up there, get her health back in shape. You know, it's when your health is bad, it's no fun with. I know mine's been off and on, and I had that year. Oh gosh, it's been, I don't know how long it's been now since I had my gut issues. Oh man, I thought I was going to die. It was awful. It's gone on for about a year. I didn't even do any chats. Sue pretty much did them, but I didn't do them for a while. But so your health is a lot. You know, thank the Lord every day if you got good health. You get up and you feel well, and the older you get, that harder that is to be. You know, and the worst part is not having any energy to do nothing. And when you do it, it's a major project. What was easy is now hard. Here's Lacey. She's down there. Come on. Come here. You want to come up here? Let's go. People want to see you. Come here. Get up. Come on. Come on. Get up here. Come on. You can make it. You can make it. Let's turn this off a minute and show the real thing. Let's see. Virtual background. None. And let's get Lacey in it. There's Lacey. She wanted to come up and see you. See, I have a lead on her so she don't go charging outside. There she puts her paw on me. She goes, my daddy. There's my daddy. How can you not love your babies? Where'd everybody go? I see no more comments. Did it just shut off or what? Yeah. Because I play off your comments. You know? So where'd everybody go? Did everybody die or what? What happened? I guess so. So maybe we went offline. Where's everybody at? I can't tell. Somebody say something, or did my chatter go? Wait a minute, my chatter went. There it is. There it is. Sorry about that. There's Rick. Hey, Rick.
Hey, we still see it, Bob. We can see it, Bob.
Oh, I see it. The things didn't come up. I think they're up here now.
All right.
I don't know. Had a glitch. Just had a glitch. All right, I'm getting a lot of feedback, Rick.
All right, I'll see you.
All right. There we go. It just the chats weren't coming up for some reason. A glitch on my end. Yeah. How's your day going? No, it wasn't too bad. I mean, nothing great. Bob broke the chat. I broke the chat. How you like that? You know? Yes, sir. Revelations will tell it all. Yes, sir. That's you see Lacey's eyes looking at us all. Yeah, I don't want all of a sudden the chats just quit moving, you know, and it was on this end. Who knows? Hello, Lorna. Hey, Rick, love that waxy taters russets poplar for mashed. Yes. Hello, Dexter. So Dexter in here talking to us all. What is it? Or Dexter. Bob, you missed it. Seneca 16, a new viewer while you had your chat. Oh, really? Hello, Seneca 16. Let's see if I can back up a little bit and find you. Here it is. There he is. There goes. Hello, Seneca 16. Hello, guys. Good to see you. Where are you from, Seneca 16? See if we can get back down to the bottom again. Usually when I go off, then I can't find where I was at. We had a scary day at work today. A girl had a seizure. We thought she got stuck in a machine. Oh, no, that's not good. That's not good. There he is, Seneca 16. Is it he or she? I don't know. We haven't found out nothing about you yet. Yeah, dang. Glad she's okay. Yeah, he's a new guy. Good to see you. Glad to come to chat. Glad she's okay. Yeah, that's scary. I worked at a factory, and we had cutoffs and presses, and so many people would get hands and stuff and lose fingers, lose a hand in those. It was horrible work, you know. It just that was that kind of work. If you ain't careful, you could get hurt very bad. Hey, Phil Leo. There, I'm glad I caught myself up there. Me too. She screamed her head off. It was just a seizure. Okay. Yeah, I never had seizures. I don't know what that would be like, but it can't be no fun. That's for sure. It's yeah, stay safe with the high winds. Yeah. Well, I don't think the winds were that high. Now, I did hear 75 mile an hour at one point. That's a category one. Um, Category ones, they can cause damage. I mean, it's not that they couldn't, that you are safe, but not like a three. Three's pretty major, you know. What's everyone's favorite game? My favorite game. I like to play farming simulators. About my favorite. I don't play cards. Don't care much for cards. It requires too much concentration. But yeah, probably farming simulator is my favorite online, and trucking would be about my second. And it says a game of life. There you go. Just getting through the game of life. Minecraft. I've never played that one. Dylan just I've wondered about it, but I've never played it. I don't know if I'd like it or not. I'd have to try it. Rick, I agree about red skin potatoes. Yeah, I like red skin potatoes. They're good. Remember, Bob passed out on the bathroom floor last year, stopped breathing, and I think it was a seizure. I just died. Oh, that you passed out. Yes, I have never passed out. 75 mile an hour winds ain't safe if you go on commando. Might blow something away. My grandfather lost part of his thumb in a stamping machine in the factory before feeding them to the stamping machine was automated. Yeah, I mean it can be very dangerous, Cindy. I mean, I worked in a metal factory. I did welding back then, but there was a lot of guys lost fingers, and you know, you name it, they've lost it in there. Very scary. They get careless, you know. And hey, I quit nonsense. Easter, I put them down and was quit. Oh, are you talking about cigarettes? Yeah. I smoked many, 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 many years ago. Quit in my 20s sometime. Don't miss it. Good for you, Carol. Yeah, it's not going to do you any good. Yeah, it's a good thing to quit. I used to get sore throats, and that was a major reason I quit. I've seen seizures. Grandma's ones are dangerous. Yeah, I've heard of. I've never. I can't say I've seen one. You know, I haven't been around that. But awesome, Carol. Flying saucers simulators for me. I've always loved the challenge. Yeah. Well, now I fly RC planes, drones, helicopters. I've been in that all my life, and I've done some online as a simulators. I've done some of that, but I prefer my latest drone things is with the goggles. You know, I use the 3D goggles there with the HD. They're made by I can't name it. My mind goes blank. But anyways, I fly the goggles where I sit here. I'm looking like this, and they're flying everywhere. It's fun. Done that for a few years now. Trouble. Bob has and I have the Microsoft Flight Simulator. I fly that off and on. That's pretty interesting. They just put on a few things over in England, and that they have put a few new things up there. Just give me the good old pinball machine. I used to play that off and on. That's fun. Thank you, Rick. You bet, Carol. Awesome. Yeah, I'm a nerd. Anything to do with electronics and things like that, I love to monkey around with. I play double solitary and Parcheesi every day with my lady at Care Home and Facebook games. There you go. Yeah, they got the Monopoly. We played that for a while, me and Sue, the Monopoly. How long did it take you to master helicopter, Bob? It took a little bit. They are difficult. I built a little simulator myself. It was just a platform, and you put a marble on it, and it would do this. You could take your radio control and move it back and forth, and you would learn to take that marble and move that marble around and be able to control that. And that's kind of like what it's like to fly an RC. I got fairly okay at it, and I'm not great at it. Um, you know, I could fly around and hover and bring it in and land it, and you know, I could move it around, but they are very, very difficult. I still got, I think, one or two out there. I think I might have two out there in the garage yet. I haven't flown them for a while on it. Yeah, trucking game's fun. That's a lot of fun to play the trucking. I've been playing it. They added a new state to it, Nebraska, and I've been trucking around Nebraska. Nothing to eat. Oh, Rick said, "Oh, did you ever get your washer in there? Your washer got all, and it's so convenient, all in one. That's cool. Yeah, I know you was having trouble getting it in, Rick. Did they finally get that put in place for you?" Yeah, some video games are fun. I mean, I get tired of them. I play them for a little while and I'm tired of them, but I do play them every day. At least the farming simulator, I play it every morning. Lately, I've been playing it a little bit longer. My husband managed an arcade for many years. My kids grew up on all those games and the pinball machine. Oh, cool. That's awesome. And, you know, that's something I never did, is go play in the arcades, because I didn't want to feed them money. I wanted to buy and just play it. You know? Yeah, farming game's fun. I've been farming Ohio one. I don't know why I don't even like Ohio, but I've been farming the Ohio one, and it's challenging. You know, I pretend it's a real farm, but it's just a game. You know. Yeah, I had to move the kitchen appliances, so they got them. Good. I'm glad to hear they got it in for you, all set up, ready to go. So. Seems like it's getting darker early. I guess it's because it got cloudy again. Senate 16 says, how is it down there for you guys? I heard there was a hurricane. Don't have much over here in North Carolina. You're supposed to get it coming up your way. It came through last night, overnight. We didn't get much. I got 2.30 inches of rain. I don't think the winds much got over 4 or 5 mile an hour at the most on it. It was really a non-event. A little stronger further north of us. They got it more than we did here. It was a category 1 when it made land. I haven't heard of much damage. It's the water is the main thing that causes the damages. So you'll be hearing probably more about high tides and stuff. That's what causes most of the problems. The water. It's nice. Washes clothes and dry. That's awesome. Can't beat that. Yeah, I never had a dryer washer combo. I've got a washer and a dryer, but I've never had the combo. When ours goes out, we'll get one. Yeah, I don't know what happens if ours goes out. It gets used a lot, way overused. You got to take care of your washer dryer. Don't overload them. That's what people do. They overload them, and I'll make it die. I couldn't stand to go to a laundromat. Everybody uses that stinking shit, soap. I can't stand that stuff. It gives my allergies. I'd be sick for weeks. They're like $2,000. Oh, expensive. I know. Isn't that awful? I usually buy the cheapest. Oh, Senate 16 in Jacksonville, Florida, is starting to clear out here and should be gone around 10. Yeah. See, we've cleared out here about 1 o'clock. It really was dying off. The rain quit, and then it just kind of moved. The sun came out. We had, let me update my 3.32 inches of rain is what we had out of it, as my weather system tells me. This part, our kids are paying for it. Don't you like it when kids will pay for it? Some kids won't pay for nothing. Oh, it was $2,300 for, and they're paying. That's awesome, Rick. I'm glad they're taking care of it. That's good. You give them so much, it's good to get something back. We do like 2 loads a day. We don't do that much, but that's a lot. Interesting combo. I wonder how it works. Yeah, Senate 16 says following Yellow Brick Road. That's good news. Yeah, I think it's moving a lot faster. They kept saying it was going to stall. It was going to stall. It really hasn't. I'm looking out the driveway. It might have dribbled a little more, you know. It quit, but sometimes you'll get a band that comes back around. That's Rick. It's nice. You should do a review. Dylan says, cooking with Rick, I hope you are doing well. I'm hoping you didn't make my kid too sick. You got to know the joke between Rick and them have a child together. They don't. You know, it's a gag. It has a heat pump. Cindy pulls out the moisture of the clothes. That's pretty cool. That must be a nice one. I have a fragrance and dye-free detergent, regular Tide. You know, I know it. I can't use anything that's got a. They go, oh, it's fresh scent. No, it's not. It's stinking scents. I can't. And neighbors will do it in the dry. It's like, oh my God, does that stink? And it just messes me up bad. It's like, I can't put up, you know. Bob, that coaster was awesome. Oh yeah, one of our farms has a roller coaster on it. That's pretty cool. We used to do that live, and used to do the roller coaster. That was fun. I enjoyed that. My friend has one, and they have 4 long-haired dogs, and hers broke after 2 months because of the hair. I know we get a lot of hair. Our little babies both have pretty long hair. Always picking up hair. Dylan, I'm glad that Dylan and Dildo are great. Yeah, that's the name of their made-up kids. It's ventless, Bob, 120 quart. Oh, that's awesome. Don't have to bother the vent. I know my vent, I stick my hand up in there and try to keep it cleaned out every so often. I get the soap sheets that they are $2.30 for 30 of them. That's not bad. As long as they don't smell. If they smell and the slightest smell, they can have 0. Washes clothes really good. Dildo's a new ninja appliance trick. There you go. Is dildo washer. I do believe we're getting a tiny mist because the driveway is looking a little bit wet. Thanks for coming in, Jim. You have to keep the lint compartment clean. Yeah, you should always keep the lint thing cleaned up. It'll clog up. It can cause a fire, you know. You glad you can? Yeah, glad to see Seneca. Seneca, do you have a regular name? A lot of time we call each other by real names. They're scentless. That's the way you want them, scentless. Everything's scentless. I can't do perfumes. No, Phil Dill is my Canadian son. We got 52. We got a few more minutes to go here. Lena says, Rick, sending you my laundry. There you go. Are you doing laundry? I'd charge him, though. Laundry, it's not hard work, though. The easiest thing you can do is laundry. When I was single many years, which I hated with a passion, and I'd always, my laundry, I'd throw my clothes in the washer. When it was full, I turned it on. I didn't separate. I didn't do any other stuff everybody does. I don't add dryer sheets. I just turn it on, put a little bit of unscented laundry detergent and run it. Throw it in the dryer and get it out. Oh, Gabriel. Okay. Hi, Gabriel. Do you mind if we call you Gabriel? My name. I'll probably forget and ask you again because I'm an old person and old people forget stuff. You know? Say hi soon next time. Talk to her. Yeah, I'll talk to her tonight yet. You know, she calls me. Should be home probably Saturday, but I don't guarantee nothing because the last time she went, well, the time before she went, it was 6 weeks till she ever came home. Boot the fabric softener, Rick. Yeah, I don't need no fabric softener. I don't know why anybody uses that, to be honest. To wash and dry, 23 cents a load. That's a pretty good price. Bye, Gabriel. Take care, Gabriel. I've always have unfolded laundry there time. I've always used unscented. I can't stand the smell. That's one thing about makes sense as being a home nice, a washer and dryer are a few feet away, and it doesn't take. Yeah, I know when you're out on the road, Shirley. I mean, I don't think you have a washer and dryer in your rig, and so then you have to go somewhere and do your laundry every so often. Will Sue be coming back next week? Well, if we have a chat, yeah, because we're getting down. We're not going to do chats every week, you know. Just when we feel like it. It's going to be off and on because it just takes too much time. I'm not going to be tied down to it any longer. We're going to try to do it whenever we can, whenever it's fun. Hello, 16. Me too, Rachel. I have some here to fold. It's one thing I'm very anal about. I do the one I can, I don't know, as long as it takes to go through the process, I do it and put it in laundry dryer right away as soon as it's done. When it's done, I fold it up, put it away, done. I don't let it set. You know? Same with dishes. You never see a dirty dish in my sink. I go over right now, but there's no dirty dishes in it. I do the dish, I clean it, put it away, done. Dishes are much easier to clean when you clean them when they're still fresh, you know? They get hard. Bob, what's the next video? I'm not doing one at this point. I have none in the future. I have no videos I'm making up. It's okay, Bob. I have notifications on. So, yeah, I mean, everybody sees it. The notifications come up and the way we go on. It's, you know, it's like I'm just to the point, the income is so low, it's barely worth it. And I'm not going to be tied up to something that maybe as I wish I didn't have to do the chat tonight. You know, I'm going to do it when I feel like doing it. Take my life back. There's a fold up sock crowd in the security ball bunch up club. Spoiler alert, I have dirty dishes in my sink. Most people do. I don't. Just the way I am. I'm anal. What do you call it? I got to have everything in its place. I've always been that way. I enjoyed Lake Breezeford video. Well, thank you. Yeah, that was out there at the river. And did I go to Lake Breezeford after that? I'm really the same, Bob. Yeah, I just the way I am. You know, I can't stand stuff. I keep things cleaned up, and then I think they're not clean enough. Psh, Rick, so do I. Oh, I enjoyed the fishing video. That's cool. The river's changed since that video was made. Now there's no lift bridge here anymore. That's a crossover bridge. That's not a bad treat, Bob. I don't think it is. I mean, I just I clean everything. I'm not settled until things are clean. I don't feel good if things aren't nice and clean and put away, and it just makes me feel ugh, gotta clean that stuff up, you know. Jim, I am too. I try to wash dishes every day. I wash as I do it. If I'm cooking something, I'm generally washing the dish as I'm cooking and put away. And when the time I'm done, I just usually have the pan it was in or whatever, and maybe a plate, which we use a lot of paper plates anymore. And usually when dinner's over, the dishes are done and put away and done. Rick, you work hard though. Yeah, when Rick has another job, well, I did this when I was still working. You know, I have OCD. That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah, I believe so. I just like things in its place. You know, I'm very structured. If I tell you I'll do something, I'll do it. If I say no, I won't do it. You can rely on me. Rachel, I would help if I could. And I do it all. I mean, you get a little help, but I pretty much do 99% of everything. Rachel, I would love help if you could. He cries if his toys are put away. Oh, no. I just let it go ahead of me, and mostly coffee cups and glasses at the trailer. I do every meal, and I try to prevent authorized bugs in the camera. That's true, too. If you let food lay around, you're going to get bugs, you know? Yeah, over-compulsive disorder. Yeah, that's the way I am. I don't care. That's the way I am. That's the way I like it. Gotta let the dogs out. Who let the dogs out? See you next time. Good to see you, Shirley. Rick, if you're anesthetic, that's gonna make you tire yourself besides all the life chores. Absolutely, Bob. Do you enjoy your life? Sometimes. As a most part, no, I don't enjoy life. Bye, Rick. Yellow Rick. He will only be little for so long, and before that, he won't be with his toys. We use plastic cups and forks and we never used to, but we started to. Since we have a new person in the house that doesn't do nothing, try to cut out my work. My work more than probably tripled. Good night, everyone. See everyone whenever Bob does another. Yeah, we're at that end. So, hey, guys, we're going to get out of here. I appreciate each and everybody come by. I don't know if I'll be here next week or not. We'll see. We'll do it to have fun. Lacey says, hello, good night. We'll say good night to everybody. She likes to say good night. Get it over there where you can see you. She likes to say goodbye to everybody. Again, if you guys don't have Jesus Christ in your heart, I invite you to go find Jesus. Accept him. It takes nothing. Jesus died for you and saved you for an eternity of hell, because you'll be forever and ever and ever alive, because that's what our Lord promises, paradise in heaven. What do you think? Do you think so? She agrees with me. All right, guys. See you the next time. Love you all. Thank you for coming. See you the next time. You gonna give me a kiss? You gonna kiss me goodnight? No? Okay.